You know, the Bruins came up, and I didn't want to start thinking that negative thought, but you know, we had one more win, we had one more game, and today watching film, you know, just from one of the previous games, I seen that same stat come up. Something came at the bottom of the monitor and said no team has ever in the history of the game lost after going up 3. So, you know, when you're going through this process, you see so many different, you know, things or philosophies, and you don't want to buy into them. You got to stay positive. And for us as a team, like, we knew what it was that, you know, caused us not to win 2 games, but, you know, we just had to go out there on the floor and do it and not worry about, like, the periphery things that, you know, all the things that are being talked about, like, you got to keep yourself away from. And I thought we did a good job of it coming to this game.
You know, it's a pretty good rebounding team, and the thing was, it was going to have to come from our guards. You know, Ray and Rondo really rebounded the ball well this series. It's because the big guys have so much work with Dwight Howard trying to box him out, and it's hard to block him out and get the rebound. So the key was just to keep a body on him and the guards get in here and rebound. And it was definitely a big emphasis on that series. We feel like if we control the glass, we have a great chance at winning. Most times we do when we win on the rebounds.
I think we went through so much that, you know, yesterday and then going to today, everybody had a fresher perspective on what we didn't want to do and what we needed to do to win this game.
You know, that's one of the reasons we brought him in. If you look at our team over the last couple of years, 3 years, we brought guys in middle of the year to, you know, help us in these type of situations when we get to the playoffs. Last year we were injured. The year before it was P.J. Brown who came up big and won a game for us versus Cleveland. And this year it was Nate. You know, somewhere along the lines, these guys that are role players that, you know, people don't really talk about come along and they help us win games, and they really get overlooked. And, you know, Rasheed had his time, Baby had his moment, T.A.'s had his moment, and now Nate. I thought it was huge for him because he hasn't really played a lot of basketball in the playoffs. You know, he's kind of fell out the rotation, but, you know, my hat's off to him because usually young players, they kind of mentally fall out of it when they don't play. You know, just go through the motions and practice, really not into it because they're worried about their time. You know, that's normal for a young player. But he kept his poise. He came into practice, got his work in, shot the ball, did whatever he had to do to stay ready, and tonight his number was called, and that just shows his true professionalism, just being ready when his number was called. And
you know, we knew this was do or die for us in this game, and, you know, we played that way.